If you've gone on more than a handful of job interviews, then you know there are some pretty standard interview questions. One of those questions, a question that virtually every single interviewer is going to ask you is, what are your greatest strengths? Well, in this video, I'm going to tell you how to answer that question. I'm also going to give you some perspective. I'll let you know why the interviewer is asking that. And then what I'm going to do too is I'm also going to give you a couple sample answers at the end of the video. So stay tuned. I'll help you to answer the question, what are your greatest strengths? Before I tell you how to answer the question, what are your greatest strengths, I'm going to ask you to go ahead and subscribe to Over 50 TV. All you have to do is hit that little red button. It's underneath the screen. There is also a little bell. If you hit that little bell, you'll get our latest updates and they'll be delivered right to your inbox. And there is a thumbs up button. Hit that thumbs up button and that lets me know that you are enjoying our videos. So without further ado, I'm going to help you to answer the question, what are your greatest strengths? Before I tell you how to answer the interview question, what are your strengths? Let's talk for a second about why the interviewer is asking you that question. They're asking you the question because they want to know that you know what your strengths are as they align with the requirements in their job posting. Pretty basic, but they want to make sure that your strengths align with the requirements. And they can look at your resume and they can see what you list in terms of your skills and your experience, but they want to hear from you how your skills align with their requirements in the job posting. Flat out, number one. So let's talk now about 2 steps that I want you to take whenever you are going in for an interview. You take these steps before you walk in the door. Number one, do your research. Look at the company's social media pages. Look at their website. Go into Google and Google the company name and find any article you can on the company. You want to see what kind of problems they may be having because you could be a big solution to a large problem. So you want to make sure that you do your research. You want to make sure that your skills, your strengths align with the company's needs. Number one, do your research, please. Number 2, take that help wanted ad. And what you're going to do is you're going to take that help wanted ad and you're going to take a piece of paper. You'll fold the piece of paper in half. Take the major things that that company is looking for, the major requirements, and put it on one side of the piece of paper. And you're going to list it one above the other. At least the top 5. You can go with 10 if you want to. I think 10's a little bit too much, but at least 5. Now, on the other side of the paper, what you're going to do is you're going to write on that side of the paper, you're going to write in a paragraph form at least 3 to 4 sentences what your strength is, how your strength can meet that particular requirement. Simple, basic, but do it in paragraph form. And I almost want to suggest that you kind of do it a little bit in a story form. And I'm going to give you a couple examples. I promised I would do that at the end of this video. But you are going to list the 5 things the 5 major requirements they have, and you're going to list in at least 1 paragraph answer per question, or I'm sorry, per requirement. But go ahead and do that. That'll help you. Now, when you do that, you're going to also look at it and you're going to take time and you're going to study it, and you might erase a word or two or delete a sentence or two as you're writing it. But what you're doing is you're honing it. You're getting it clear in your head exactly what this company is looking for, what they want, and you're also matching up your skills perfectly. I think this exercise is just a fabulous exercise because it's helped so many people when they're looking for a position and they want to make sure that they align perfectly with the company. Now, what I'm going to do now, though, is I want to give you just a couple answers. I mentioned a couple sample answers that'll help you to when you're interviewing. So let me go ahead and do that right now. My greatest strength is my ability to build, lead, and direct a team of exceptional salespeople. As VP of Sales for Acme Manufacturing, I work closely with our sales team to exceed our division sales goals every quarter. The hiring, training, and mentoring programs I develop are quickly adopted by other divisions within our company. Here's sample answer number 2. My greatest strength is my 20-year experience turning around underperforming retail operations. When I took over XYZ clothing store, I increased store sales by 200% in a 6-month period. I did this by revamping product selection, reformatting store format, and developing a comprehensive training program for sales associates. Corporate recognized our store as one of the top 10 producing XYZ clothing stores in the country. Both of those examples start out with telling them, this is my strength. Then you give an example of what your strength is, what your accomplishments are by telling them, and again, you're doing this basically in a story format, but you're telling them what you've done and you're telling them how you were recognized and you're telling them of the benefit that you gave to the company. It's a standard format that does work and it works very, very well. So I highly recommend it. So listen, that's all I've got for you today. How to answer the question, what are your greatest strengths? It's a very, I almost want to say scientific way of doing it, because what you're really doing here is you're coming up with a format, you're following the format, and you're answering the question succinctly, and you're answering it clearly so that the interviewer can be impressed with what you've done and what your accomplishments are. So that's all I've got for you today. I hope you have a great day, everyone. If you have any questions, you can always go ahead and send me an email or even make a comment below. That'd be great. If you would, please go ahead and subscribe to Over 50 TV. Just hit that little red button. There's also the little bell I mentioned earlier. Just hit it and you'll get our latest updates. You'll get right to our inbox. And there is a thumbs up button. Hit that thumbs up button and that lets me know that you are enjoying our video. So again, that's all I've got for you today. Have a great day, everybody.